Okay, so I want to share some really interesting information and stories about this place I'm going to call the Red Fur Cave outside of Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm not going to give the location, but it's on private property, so it's a long story. We initially went there through a Google uh, page that we found. It was on Google Maps, and it was as if you could go there. But the directions were horrible. It took us several attempts to even find the place. And it's unbelievably dangerous. So this is an interior shot that I took by taking a long exposure. And this is the inside of the cave. It's massive. I mean, you could park like 10 semi-trucks in this cave. And from here, it goes on. Like, it goes really far. It's rumored to connect to Dunbar Cave, which is closed off to the public most of the time. And Dunbar is rumored to connect to the underworld. These symbols that were inscribed inside Dunbar Cave indicate that this connects to the underworld, and this is a symbol here for the black sun, which is some pretty wild stuff I'm not going to cover right now. But what I want to first talk about was when I started this adventure with my charming daughter Zoe. We ended up on top of this cave, and we didn't even know we were on it. First time we've been there. She didn't know anything about this place, but she said something that was very interesting, and I just noticed that. She says, we have to find the cave before we fall in the cave. And she said something to that effect twice in this clip. And the interesting thing is, this spot where we're standing on eventually caved in. And where we were standing is where we would have fallen in the cave. Now this was, a good month or so later. So we were not in imminent danger, but the fact that she said that and that area caved in was pretty remarkable. So anyway, that's the forward to this story. I'm going to play a couple of clips here to demonstrate. So we are on another exciting episode with Zopat the Adventurer. Hi Zopat. What are we doing up here in the middle of the woods?
Well, we're trying to find the Stupa Cave, and it's in one of those down caves. We need to find them out before we fall into the cave.
Yep, it's called the Red Fur Cave. It's in Clarksville, Tennessee, and it is rumored to connect to the infamous Dunbar Cave. And we've been looking for 20 minutes, and we have no idea where it is.
Yes, must be down there.
The interesting thing is her intuition was perfect. She knew exactly where it was. And we at that point had no idea where this place was. And it took us a long time. We didn't even make it to the cave this time. It took us the second trip before we made it. And the third time we were unsuccessful. It's a very treacherous spot. But let me show you the area here. This clip where when we came back, this was the third attempt. This whole area had caved in. Stay back, honey, stay back. Stay back, stay back. This whole thing's collapsed since I was here last. Look at that. All right, stay back, stay back, stay back. Go further back, honey. This thing could collapse. This thing is opened up since we were here. I bet this opens up into the cave now. This is nuts. I wonder if this is what Bruce was talking about.
I think it was.
All right, stay there, okay, honey?
Oh my God. This is crazy. Yeah, this opened up. Wow.
Look how it's feeling, Dad.
What?
Look how it's feeling.
Yeah, this is nuts. Well, every time we come here, some new section is collapsed. All right, stay there, puppy. Yeah, because we came through this section the first time we were here. This is all new. I don't think this is the one Bruce was talking about. This is a new one. Yeah, look, that opens into the cave. Crazy. Crazy, crazy stuff. Wow. I don't know, Bunny. That one was closer to the other side. Now here's a section that came down last time. Oh wow, this is really dodgy. This is the section that came down I saw last time that I was able to climb down. Yeah, see, this is where I went down. And this is the part that had collapsed last time. See, there's the graffiti right there. And that closed up that entrance. So that's how I got down here. All this is new. Wow. Hear that waterfall? Wow, this is nuts. Yeah, see this? This has fallen 2 different times. This whole thing's brand new right here. Completely new. New to me anyway. Ah, check out that bird right there. What is that? Is that a buzzard?
Okay, so you get the idea. Now, there's a lot of really interesting things about this place. I'm going to play the clip when we finally got into the cave to give you some perspective here.
Try not to get yourself caught in a stick. Wow.
Well, look at this, honey.
Yeah, now we can have a snack. Oh, wow. This is wild. Now watch your step. It's really slippery. Yep. Maybe. All right, so here is the other way. That's where I just was. So good thing that we walked around, because this is much easier. Come on, bunny hon.
Wow, look at that.
What you think, Boo Pear?
Look.
Yeah.
And then that's where we came first. Oh,
That's-
I didn't even realize that hole.
That's where I was. I was going to come down that way. That would have been very dangerous. This thing is massive. You could drive a truck in here. If we had a truck, I don't know how we're gonna get home now. How are we gonna get home?
Hey, Daddy, do you want to have a food on that pickle?
No thanks.
Well,
Where's your flashlight?
All right, so from that point,
Well, this place is massive. It's all full of water. And
you couldn't see anything into the cave.
you really can't see.
So this clip here, I posted a few, I think. Where did this one?
All right, this place is amazing. This whole area there is collapsed. And
Oh, I did this one on long exposure shutter, so you can see a little bit more.
since we've been here, that area right up there has collapsed even further. You can't even get in. That's where I was last time. And this goes all the way around. This is a center column, and this area goes around. Honey, we're gonna go. We spent all day getting here. Just relax, okay? Enjoy it. All right, you can't see this. We just came up.
All right, so we had to hike up this crazy cliff in the dark to get out of there. It was nuts. This place is so dodgy. I don't recommend anyone going there. All the collapses and the crazy stuff. I'm gonna get to the crazy stuff. All right. So the first time, no, I'm sorry, it was the second time. We did this. We ran across this scat. There was a lot of it, but I only filmed one of them. But this was huge. I mean, it's like, it looked bigger than a cougar, smaller than a bear, but it was fur laden poop. All right, there was fur all through it. So it's a carnivore. And there are no known carnivores with that big of a in that area. I checked, and there's a possibility that it could be a panther or a mountain lion, but it's very, very rare. So the only other possibility is Bigfoot, right? And I was joking about this, but come to find out later, there's actually some evidence that could be true. I'm gonna play this clip. Shut up.
Now this is some fuzzy poo. I'm hoping that's coyote and not mountain lion. I don't know what's out here. I'm not so familiar with the Tennessee critters.
that's coyote.
That's a whole lot of poop, whatever it is. And it's all furry.
I hope it's not going this way.
Yep. Hey, we might have a chance.
Okay, so when I was in this cave, I heard some weird noises, and I felt some very weird energy that kind of freaked me out a bit. And it seemed to me like there was something back there. That was my intuition. But I didn't see anything. Now, the third trip that we made to this, we found some very weird anomalies with broken trees. And I'll play a couple of clips just to demonstrate that here. But that's known to be a Bigfoot thing. There's recorded instances all over where they'll snap trees in half, like twigs, really high up. So I don't know what that is used for, but I found a lot of strange broken trees.
This one's been ripped. See, look at that. What does that? It's cracked all the way down. All the way down. But it hit that top of the tree and prevented it from busting all the way. But none of the other trees are broken. There's just a few.
Dad, I think I found a way.
Okay, so that was one example. Here's another.
This was just broken. Ripped at the base. What would do that? There's a bunch of them that have just been ripped and shredded. See up at the top right there, that one's been done. If it was a burst of wind, it would have taken down these dead ones that are just laying there.
Look at that tall tree, Dad.
Yep.
Look at that one. It's been ripped too.
Yeah. Where did that come from? That came from the top of that, I think. Down here. That's crazy. This one's been ripped.
Alright, so I'll play one more of these.
Now check out these trees. This one here. This one here. And these up here. All been ripped out by something. But the other trees,
Bigfoot getting.
the other trees are just fine. How does that happen? How does this little tree get ripped in half and this one here? These aren't cut, these are ripped. While all the other trees, I mean, these are dead. Some of these are dead. So if that was wind, it would have taken down the dead trees. And look, these here and here, a long time ago were busted. All these up here have been busted at one point. These were cut. What's going on up here? That's too tall for Bigfoot. What do you think, Zoe? What's doing these trees?
Well, maybe a little cutter came along and wanted to cut these trees.
Well, they haven't been cut though. They've been ripped. They've been just snarled. This is crazy.
Well, maybe something like ripped it once it was.
So anyway, I'm not saying it's Bigfoot, but there's some crazy stuff going on in this cave. And I just thought I'd share some of that information and and put that out there anyway. There you go.